We're doing the wheel again because this gives me different videos to do, different dogs that I wouldn't normally choose, different behaviors. I heard you loud and clear though. You don't want me spinning the wheel multiple times. So we've got all the dogs in here. I'm gonna pick a dog, then we're gonna pick a behavior. I didn't come up with these behaviors. One of my trainers did. I haven't even looked at this. So she put a bunch of behaviors on here. So we're gonna get a random dog, random behavior. I'm gonna show you how it's trained, and maybe you've got a dog, a combination like this that you need. All right, not stuff I would usually pick. Ready? Random dog. Okay, we've got Connery, big Great Dane, Weimaraner mix, big dog, okay? And the behavior is name game. Connery learning his name. Name game is a very good behavior. It's 95% positive reinforcement. I used to teach it in all my group classes. It's a great behavior for young puppies, rescues, or if you ever change your dog's name. You get a new dog, you want to change his name. Dog looking at you. All right, here we go. This is Connery. Does Connery know his name? Yeah. Can he learn it better? Yes. There's 3 steps to name game, okay? So here are the steps. You need your treats. You need the dog generally on a leash because a leash is used. Here's what you do. You have your dog on a leash, you say their name. They're gonna do one of 2 things. They're either gonna look at you, at which point you're gonna mark the behavior, like with a clicker, but you can use a verbal click, a verbal bridge. You're gonna say yes, then give a treat. Now, why do I use a bridge? Bridge is the gap in time between the behavior and the reinforcement for this behavior. Because you wanna mark that instant they look at you. It's not like a sit or a down where you actually have time to reinforce the behavior because it's happening for a long period of time. Looking at you just sometimes happens for a split second and then they look away. So you gotta mark the behavior, then give them a treat. What's the other thing they could do? They could say, no, I'm too busy looking at that bird. At which point you make a noise. You don't say the name 3 times, then make a noise. You say the name 1 time, then you make a noise. I do a clicky noise. That got his attention. Or you can do a kissy noise. It's a unique high-pitched noise that hits their brain different than your voice, okay? So they're gonna look at you, you give a treat, or they don't look at you, at which point you make a noise. Clicky, kissy noise, they will often look at you, which point you mark it again with the yes and give them a treat. What if they don't look at you on the noise? Okay, so they're staring at the thing, you say their name, they go, nah, I don't hear you. You make a noise, they say, nah, I don't hear you. You then give them a little correction. The correction is not meant to punish them. It's meant to snap them out of whatever they're so interested in staring at, they don't even know you exist. We're over it, okay? We're not just going to, not everything is positive reinforcement all the time. So you're gonna give them a little correction, they're gonna go bink, they're gonna go, oh yeah, what's up, lady? At which point you mark the behavior and you treat. A lot of treats for this. You want their name to be, what's up? And you don't want to let them out of it. And you don't want to beg them. And you don't want to sit there and say their name 10 times, make clicky noises 10 times. It's one name, a few clicks, and a correction if they don't look at you. And then it's always followed up with a treat, okay? Even if you correct them, give them a treat. Ready? Then we're gonna go outside to a more distracted environment. Start this in an undistracted environment. I like when they're kind of leaving me. Connery, look away. Oh. Connery. Yes. Then I'm treating. Okay? Cruising around. I like them to like leave. It can be a bit of a recall. All right. Connery. Yes. And then treat. Okay, it's name game, but it's also a turn around and look at you. It's not just a behavior where they're next to you and they need to look up to their eyes. It's very much a, I hear my name. How do we train? A recall. We say, Connery, come. So the Connery, you'd love for them to look at you. Then when you say, come, they come to you. Okay, name game is not just look at you in the eyes. It is a turn around and look to that person for more direction. That's what a name should be. Good, I wanted you to see that. That's why I skipped the name. I kind of wanted you to see the little interruption, we'll call it. So he didn't look, I gave him a little interruption, he looked, then I reinforced. Okay, my methods are not just do whatever you want, we're gonna beg you to do it, then we're gonna treat you. This is a very nice behavior, name, noise, interruption, we'll call it. Okay, all right, let's cruise around, Connery. Let's get him into something, and then hopefully he doesn't look at me. Or he does, right? You need to see both. Connery, yes. And treat. Now notice I'm not going to my treat bag early. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this as I ask the behaviors. Be normal, because eventually no treats. Eventually you're gonna have no treats. Look at that crow, Connery. You're gonna have no treats eventually. Connery, yes. And I go to the noise right away. I barely gave him an instant. Connery, yes. Now he's with me, now he's doing good. Connery, yes. See that yes? That's when the bridge is good, because he's out there. I want to mark the behavior of looking at me when he's 4 feet away from me. Then he gets the treat, and then I can take my time getting the treat because I mark the behavior with the yes. This is name game, okay? Connery, yes. But take my time. I don't need to rush anything because I use that marker. I use that bridge. Same as a clicker. Good boy, Connery. You're a good boy. All right. So that is the behavior of name game. Good for rescues, good for new dogs. It's training the dog to look at you when they hear their name, but it is not begging. We don't beg, okay? We're gonna be all nice. We're gonna use treats. We're gonna shape it. We're gonna condition it, but we're not gonna sit there and say their name 5 times. I taught this to thousands of people in group classes. I did this a first class of every one of my group classes for 10 years. The thing people do wrong the most is they say the name multiple times. You have a leash. You have a recourse. Don't say the name multiple times. Name, noise, interrupt. That's it. Name, noise, interrupt. Interrupt with the leash. Little correction. Over and over again. Then you'll eventually just say the name. They're like, what's up? It's awesome. All right, guys. That was the wheel of behaviors. Connery, yes. That was the wheel of behaviors, okay? Creates variability. Comment if you want me to put something new on that wheel. If you guys give like the most random thing, I'm not gonna do it because it's not kind of for the masses. I mean, I do random things, random behaviors, but for the wheel, we need something that a lot of people need. But if you think you have something like that, comment. I'll try to put it on the wheel, and we'll do it with a random dog. Like the video, comment, subscribe, hit the bell so you see my new stuff.